The electric truck wars are about to get hotter with the impending arrival of the 2024 Chevrolet Silverado EV. Although it shares a name with Chevy's best-selling product, it is nothing like its combustion-powered brethren. The 2024 Silverado EV is all new in the truest sense, as it comes with an entirely unique platform and bodywork that will be packed with powerful and capability, while also offering a long list of technology and comfort features, as well as the latest driver assistance safety technologies. As the company says, the battery electric full-size pickup truck is smart, agile, aerodynamic, fast, and not typically what you think when you think of a truck, because Silverado EV isn't just a truck. It's a game changer that can be what you need and want it to be. When it goes on sale, the Silverado EV will face stiff competition from the Ford F-150 Lightning, as well as upstart offerings such as the Rivian R1T, GMC Hummer EV, Ram 1500 EV, and the Tesla Cybertruck. So keep watching as we take a look at how the all-new 2024 Chevy Silverado EV stacks up against its competition. The Chevrolet Silverado and Ford F-150 have been fighting for dominance in the domestic pickup truck market longer than some of us have been alive. Now it's time to enter a new generation thanks to electrification. We've already seen a fair bit on Ford's F-150 Lightning, and now it's time to bring the 2024 Chevrolet Silverado EV into the fray. At the beginning of this year, Chevrolet unveiled the 2024 Silverado EV electric pickup truck at CES 2022 in Las Vegas. When it starts rolling off the line at GM's Factory Zero in Detroit in 2023, it will be available in two trims to start: the fully loaded, consumer-oriented Rally Sport Truck, also RST. First edition will cost a whopping estimate of $107,000, while the pared-back fleet-centric wood truck, or WT, will cost an estimated $42,000. Where Ford's F-150 Lightning shares its platform with the internal combustion F-150, all variants of the 2024 Chevy Silverado EV will ride on GM's Ultium platform, the same as the Hummer EV. At launch, both RST and WT variants will carry the same 24-module battery, which GM estimates will deliver 400 miles of range for both models. Unlike the Hummer EV, which comes up with up to 3 electric motors, the Silverado EV will be powered by 2. The setup should still provide robust acceleration performance. Output on the RST is a bit higher. In its wide-open watts mode, the Silverado EV RST will generate up to 664 horsepower and 780 pound-feet of torque. The automaker believes the wide-open watts mode will enable the RST to reach 60 miles per hour in less than 4.5 seconds. All-wheel drive is standard, as is a 4-wheel steering system. The Silverado EV WT is downrated at just 510 horsepower and 615 pound-feet of torque. It will also do without the wide-open watt setting, as the vast majority of fleet owners don't want the liability of their employees driving a truck that can outdrag a sports car on the way to the job site. The Silverado EV WT will come standard with a DC fast charge capability of up to 35 kilowatts per hour, which should be good enough to add 100 miles of range in just 10 minutes. Like the Silverado EV RST, the WT model will be available with up to 10 outlets. One 120-volt outlet is located in the E-trunk, one 120-volt outlet is in the center console, and 4 120-volt outlets are located in the bed, along with a single 240-volt outlet. The power-based power bar accessory, which plugs into the charge port, adds 2 more 120-volt outlets and another 240-volt outlet. The Silverado EV can export up to 10.2 kilowatts of power and can charge another Silverado EV WT, or just about any other EV for that matter. When it comes to the stats that make a truck, both Silverado EV variants look sufficiently capable. The RST will be capable of towing up to 10,000 pounds and hauling up to 1,300 pounds in its bed, while the numbers on the WT are a little lower at 8,000 pounds and 1,200 pounds respectively. Those of you who need to pull big items will want to wait a bit, as GM has promised a max tow variant of the WT that will be able to tow up to 20,000 pounds, which is HD truck territory. The front fascia borrows much of its aesthetic from the Bolt EV and the Bolt EVU, with that thin strip of running lights covering the entire width of the truck. A high-mounted hood with power domes and a rectangular lower grille are among the few conventional touches at the front. However, unlike modern pickups, a lack of a massive internal combustion engine means the front overhang is positively tiny, which should make it a bit easier to park than your cousin's 2500 Duramax. The RST keeps the matte gray elements to the lower part of the body, while on the WT, that unpainted look climbs up the front bumper. And yes, there is a frunk, which GM calls the e-trunk. The storage capacity should match the Hummer EV's 9.0 cubic feet, well down from the 14.1 cubes available in the Ford electric truck's frunk. The Silverado EV looks almost like a normal pickup on the sides, featuring straight lines, trapezoidal fender flares, chunky rocker panels, etc. The huge 24-inch wheels and an extra aerodynamic design are the only EV telltale sign here. At the rear, things look pretty standard. The tail lamps flow out further onto the sides, and their clusters carry a techie design. In terms of their interior design, Chevy could have made the interior a carbon copy of the refreshed 2022 Silverado, but it didn't. Instead, what we see is a clean sheet design that looks much more like a passenger car than a pickup truck. The 2024 Chevrolet Silverado EV tries to pull off the modern car look with a contemporary dashboard featuring curvatures and bold cutouts, a compact steering wheel, horizontal AC vents, a slim climate control panel, and since screens are all the rage nowadays, there's a floating panel housing an 11-inch infotainment touchscreen and an 8-inch digital gauge display coming as standard. Upgrading to the top-level RST unlocks an even larger 17-inch infotainment screen and an 11-inch gauge display. Ultifi, a Linux-based software platform, is at the helm of various electronics in the cockpit area. This platform is said to separate the vehicle's software from its hardware, enabling easier and more rapid software updates and feature upgrades. A panoramic fixed glass roof brings an open, bright, and roomy feel to the cabin while filtering the sun's rays. The Silverado EV is loaded with driver assist and safety tech. Chevy Safety Assist, the automaker's suite of active and passive driver aids, comes standard on both the RST and WT. This suite includes automatic emergency braking, forward collision warning with pedestrian detection, a following distance indicator, lane keep assist, lane departure warning, and automatic high beams. It also includes trailer-capable Super Cruise, which will allow hands-free operation of the Silverado EV on pre-mapped highways across the US. Professionals have sampled this tech on a GMC Sierra and found it to work just as well as the standard Super Cruise, albeit with a bit more work-focused capability baked in. GM currently does not allow hands-free lane change while trailering, but that could change in the future. At first glance, the Silverado EV appears to have the upper hand over the F-150 Lightning and its other competitors when it comes to functionality and performance. It brings more storage capacity, more horsepower, and more range while being marginally more affordable. Chevrolet is also going out of its way to tell businesses and governments that it has them in mind with its WT model, which removes some of the luxury frills for what's needed most. Even then, Ford F-150 Lightnings are expected to begin delivery later this year, while Rivian R1Ts are already landing in customers' driveways. With the Silverado EV landing in spring 2023 at the earliest, it gives Ford a huge head start in this market. Still, the Silverado EV is an important part of GM's push to go fully electric by 2035. Considering the Silverado is Chevrolet's highest-selling model, giving this truck an EV variant is a critical first step. However, despite strong first impressions, it's tough to say which truck will come out on top after the dust settles. Electric trucks are incredibly exciting, but there's still new territory for owners that daily drive the gas-powered versions of these vehicles. And now, we want to hear from you. Leave your piece down in the comments below. What do you think about the all-new 2024 Chevy Silverado EV? If given the choice, would you choose the Silverado EV over a Ford F-150 Lightning? Whatever you might be thinking, let us know and don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you in the next video.